We're back.
How you guys doing today? My name's John, and in this video, I'm going to try to fit everything I couldn't fit in last video in this one, plus some really cool new stuff. So I'm gonna need you guys to pray for my phone because it might not make it through this whole video. But with all that being said, let's just go ahead and hop in. I did just wake up, so pardon my sleepy voice. But on this day, Southern Rail hit me up and he said, hey, there's a UP nuclear train coming through Birmingham, where all the coal trains park at. I was like, bet. So I went down there, we met up, and we caught a nuclear train. Now, I was a bit disappointed because he said it was a UP nuclear train and it had NS power on it. But, that ain't his fault. I obviously didn't slash his tires or nothing. But, let me stop talking. That was pretty cool. I love seeing all the heavy duty flat cars. Now, I don't know what the big cylinders actually carry. I'm pretty sure somebody will tell me in the comments, but I'm guessing it's like nuclear waste. The box cars are just buffer cars, right? But yeah, that was pretty cool. We catch it at a different crossing, so let's hop over there. We're on 65 PI South, whatever that means, and we do catch a lot of trains in this video here, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But here he comes. I have no idea how I beat it at 20th Street. He does stop outside North Yard for a crew change. I do catch it at one more spot besides this, almost making me late for work. But if you want nice things, you have to go and get them yourself. So, you know. Okay, I really need to stop talking. By the way, what is this first car for? None of the other box cars have it. I'm guessing it's like a GPS tracker or maybe like a clearance car to make sure the other cars will be able to clear whatever they're going through. I'm not too sure. If you guys want to let me know, you can leave that in the comment section as well. By the way, the power for this train is a ET44AH or something like that. It's not a C6M, the obviously better Gevo, but it's kind of basic, you know. It's a train though, so that's pretty cool. All right, let's catch it at the last spot. By the way, I almost missed it. Judging from the shaky camera at the start of the clip, I was on Instagram and didn't hear the train approaching. So, yeah, I didn't get the angle that I wanted, but at least I caught it one more time. I had to go to work after this. Alright, next up we have the Altoona OCS leading 341 out of North Yard. Alright, they had the OCS paired up with another GEVO, and they left that other GEVO on the west fording yard lead right there. And then they put the OCS on the Ferguson track. I don't know why they call it the Ferguson track. It's just that little bit of stub-ended track right there. And their head train was on receiving track 1. And seeing how they had everything set up, I was like, oh my God, the OCS might be leaving 341 out. So I pulled up just shy of 30th Street. It's like on a little shallow turn road. I don't know. But I pulled up right there, had a nice tree canopy, so it was in the shade and whatever. And he was leading, So yeah, this was a very interesting video. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that he met with an intermodal coming out of North Yard. I get super lucky with these meets. I don't know why, I just do. Go look at my past videos. I get meets all the time with special units. I don't know how. I don't know what I got, but he met with an intermodal with a UP ace leading. So, let me stop talking. Hold on, wait, is this another meet with an inbound train to North Yard? It's probably not as good as that first one, but it's still a meet, and I'm still gonna gloat about it. Alright, the locomotive reverses back into frame, and this is probably some of the best footage I've ever gotten of a locomotive. Too bad it wasn't on the Birmingham OCS, but it's still clean. The OCSs are definitely my favorite tribute units or special interest units on NS. It's just like the red and black really complement each other. I really love this. Like, oh my God, just look at this sharp locomotive. NS 8184, I think that's what that says. Those 8s look like S's. You know what? Let me stop talking. Although the Altoona OCS isn't my favorite, the Birmingham is definitely my favorite. Atlanta is second. It's still the sharpest special interest unit outside of NS 1800. I mean, just look at it. This thing is amazing. Look at that paint job. I guess it's sort of like the reverse, like CSX locomotives, because the hood's painted and the back isn't. Maybe that makes it a little better. I don't know. All right, let's catch it at the 64th Street PI, whatever the street was at last time, because I seem to catch all the OCSs there. But we catch it there, so let's hop. We do catch it at Woodlawn, so I'm not gonna show the whole train here. All right, now let's move on to the Birmingham OCS. Now he was trailing, he wasn't leading, but on this day it was my birthday, and I caught the Birmingham OCS on my birthday, so I'm taking what I can get. All right. First up, we have this random intermodal that I almost tripped and fell trying to record. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, and can you believe it's on 341 again? I'm gonna have to start recording 341 a whole lot more because this is strange. This 341 was kind of short today. I think it was like 20 cars that he had to pick up out the receiving yard, and I think his outbound train was like 54 cars, so he was kind of short today. Next, I caught this BNSF military train while I was coming home from work. As you can see, I catch a lot of my trains coming home from work, but he was coming through the CSX yard. I don't know why they didn't leave the Norfolk Southern way. It was clear, but maybe there was an intermodal coming in. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it was coming through the CSX yard, and I beat it to the little spot I like sitting at to catch it. So here y'all go. This is my first time catching a military train outside of that. I think it was 319, like a few thousand videos ago, and it had some APCs on the front of it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure this was 341 again, and I was here to catch a yard job. I think he was calling himself like ABO2 or ABO6 or something. I don't really remember. But 341 was carrying this giant transformer. I decided to give me a little pan of it. I think that's pretty cool. Look at that. This next train is going to be a yard job. He's either ABO6 or ABO2. He was pulling rips and other bad odor cars out to be rehumped so they can be sorted to where they need to be in the yard. And this power is usually on A19 or A28, but I didn't feel like waiting until 5 o'clock to catch it, to catch that train. So I saw him pulling these rips and stuff out the yard, and I was like, I'll just catch him now. It's a Jeep leading. By the way, I really love when Jeeps lead. I just want y'all to know that. can tell that this is a yard movement because the hoses of the real cars aren't connected. They probably have two hoses connected at the head of the train, but all the rest of the cars have no hoses connected. It's really hard to tell that. It's just not revealed in the record. I think right there is a, yeah. Okay. He ended up having trouble with the last cars. I think AEI tag. It wasn't reading in the sensor or something, and it wasn't allowing them to back in the yard or something. But the CSX transfer job ended up coming through, so that's what we're gonna look at next. ABO6 does end up backing into the receiving yard at the same time Y130 was coming into the receiving yard, giving us a nice little race. Let's go ahead and be honest, this video is not exported, but that'll be it for me, you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section. Yeah, I don't really care about likes or nothing like that. I think I said that in the last video, but let me know in the comment section. Yeah, peace out.